Michelle and our newest addition, little Johanna Faye. I would love to have more, if possible.
Michelle and I both love children, but I've always left whether we have more children up to her.
But when my baby brother Jackson was 8 months old, Mom told us she was expecting number 16.
We're going to have a little girl this time. It's been 8 years, so everybody is so excited about pink ruffles and lace.
Hey everyone, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It's Wednesday, July 13th. How are you? Are you having a wonderful day? I know I am. It's been a really busy few weeks. I was not doing my normally uploaded content, not because I didn't love you, but because for almost a week we had people in our backyard putting in a brand new patio and it was very loud. So I was not able to do regular content. So I obviously was lending a hand to the Justice for Vaughn situation with revolving around Vaughn McCrae and his wife, Dre McCrae, who is a beauty makeup influencer person. So I will be continuing to talk about the McCrae situation and will be continuing to bring light to the situation as it moves forward. But today we have a regular content for those of you that are missing the Duggars. I know that so many of you are here for that. Jill Dillard had her baby. So I got word from a lot of you, hey, I missed that you saw Jill's baby was born. And I was like, oh, I saw that he was born a couple days ago, but I haven't been able to do any uploads. Like, do you hear how quiet that is? It's been literally like saws and pounding because they had to like level out the ground to put the patio in. So yeah, but yeah, Frederick was born, and I actually love this name, and I love this that she's got her third baby boy. He came a little bit early and earlier than she had planned, and because of that, he's going to have to stay a little bit longer in the hospital. Mr. Dillard updated everyone a couple days ago, and it says Frederick Michael Dillard is here. Born on 7/7/2022. I actually like that. 7722. 7722. That's cool. It's like 7722. Okay. At 5:16 p.m. and he weighed at 7 pounds, 6 ounces, and he's 20 inches long. Frederick means peaceful ruler, and Michael means gift from God. And they said the name Frederick has a special place, holds a special meaning for us since it's Derek's name with F-R-E added to the front to make it Fred. Derek. Interesting. Derek. Similarly, Derek's name is a variation of his late dad's name, Rick, that his parents created by adding D in front of Rick to spell Derek, literally meaning son of Rick. We are so excited to settle on a name Frederick and incorporate both Derek's and his dad's name by adding F-R-E to the beginning of Derek's name. I love that. I actually love that. And then Frederick gets his own name. How cute is that? So they had to go search for a name that could fit with Derek and having oh, that's such a neat idea. I'm just seeing this. It's like you're seeing me live react to this. I love that. I actually love that. I know that Derek loves his dad, and I know that his mom, Kathy, has always spoken so fondly of her late husband, who passed away several years ago. So it says Frederick was set to arrive later in July, but he decided he wanted to come a little bit early in the day before big brother Samuel's birthday. So we had our planned C-section a bit before originally planned. Both Jill and Frederick are healthy and enjoying bonding while we look forward to bringing him home from the hospital soon. And it looks like Frederick's getting a little O2, and he's got a little bit of a feeding tube going into his mouth to get him some nutrition. So if he's a little bit early, if he was set to be born at the end of July, he's probably like 3 weeks early. So that's not too bad. I'm guessing he probably won't be in the hospital for too long. I am a mom of a preemie, and I don't know if he would be considered a preemie, I guess. It depends on what the due date was. He would probably be 37 weeks at that point. He'd be considered like an early term baby. but sometimes little boys, I don't know if any of you have a preemie or if you're a preemie mom, but they always say the little boys, their lungs are later to develop than girls, and little boys are a little bit more slow and pokey when it comes to feeding and waking up after they've been born, when they're born a little bit early. So I have been that route with her, like where she's at right now. It's extremely stressful, but it's also, you know, wonderful that she uses medical, like I love that she embraces her the medical world. She didn't try to do a home birth. She went to the hospital. It sounds like it was a planned C-section. She's had to have C-sections in the past because of some issues with her deliveries. So, you know, and it looks like she didn't attempt to do a VBAC. So looks like they were going to go ahead with a planned C-section, and she just had it a little bit early. Kind of scary. Probably means that she started going into labor on her own and they needed to take him out. So I actually love this name. It's so sweet. Frederick. That's so cute. So it's interesting. They kept this post off of their social media. So it's not even on their social media. It's specifically only on their blog, meaning that nobody could actually comment from the family on this. And it doesn't get all of like the shares on social media. Perhaps they wanted to keep this on their website so they could get some monetization off of it. I'm not sure. Or maybe they just don't want to deal with all of like the negativity on social media. I mean, it's already a trying enough time when you're in the hospital with your baby, and then you have so many comments and questions. So I can understand why they would do it this way. So obviously this is wonderful news for them. Baby number 3, hopefully everything goes well. He was still pretty big for being early, 7 pounds, 6 ounces. Can you imagine if that baby would have gone full term? Wow. Some other people wanted me to discuss Jessa. So we'll talk about this in a second, just for the sake of talking about it. A couple weeks ago, before the baby arrived, Jill had a baby shower. And because of the way that the photographs were posted by both Amy and Jill, neither one of them shared any photos of Jill's family at this event. The photographs that Jill shared were only of her mother-in-law, her sister-in-law, and Amy and Deanna, nothing of her sisters. Now, her parents were out of town at a wedding. She had others out of town at like a girls' weekend. She had a lot of siblings out of town, but apparently Jessa was there, and Jessa was mad about the speculation that Jill didn't have support during the shower and that her family wasn't invited. Now, I think this is odd given that Jessa hasn't gotten mad or agitated at all about the situation with Josh. She hasn't responded about Josh's sentencing. She hasn't said anything other than she was praying just to like ask for prayers for the family. But she got mad about the rumors that she didn't support her sister. It kind of reminds me of how, remember when Jana got in trouble and there was the issue with the child endangerment thing, and she got mad that people were lying about Jana. Remember that? Yeah. So that's kind of what it reminded me of, but because it's always weird when Jessa decides to speak out, and it's interesting to me always that what triggers Jessa. So Jessa said, it was so fun celebrating this new life. And Jessa said, please let's not assume there's a negative motive behind everything we do and do not do. And that was directed towards a YouTuber. So she says, let's not assume there's a negative motive behind everything we do. So she says, let's not assume there's a negative motive behind everything we do. Jessa also said this, these rumors make me angry, and I'm here to just put a stop to it. The narrative these kinds of comments put forward is a false one and simply not true. I was there at the shower, but pretty much everyone else was out of town, whether for a wedding, a family reunion, or a beach trip. Summertime is busy and you cannot always coordinate 19 plus schedules. Anyone with more than one adult kid should know that. My mom and all of us sisters and her sister-in-law love her dearly, and she knows that. While baby showers are a blast, they're not the only time family members get together and hang out. We spend plenty of time together, even if they aren't photos circulating on the internet to prove it. Pics are great, but sometimes you're caught up in the conversation, enjoying everyone's company, and not every gathering, playdate, or dinner date has to be a photo op. Quit spreading hate. She has family support. Stop the nonsense. So what we know is that they were out of town for a wedding, and Joy clearly did plan a beach trip, and there might have been a family reunion. You know, this is the third baby, so it's a baby shower for baby number 3. Obviously, some fans will look at that and still say that she's not being supported because there's people out of town when they could be with Jill. So is it more important for them, mom and dad, to go out of town to a wedding for people that are like lukewarm friends, or it would be more important to be there for your daughter who's about to give birth to their 3rd child? I don't know. Some families don't do showers for more than one kid, so it's not that big of a deal. For other family members, it is. But I think it's, again, odd that Jessa's getting so worked up about this when it's obviously known, and Jill has made it known, that she has a fractured relationship with her parents. I didn't see Jill responding in there and defending the situation. And I'm sure that Jill did invite her siblings, but she also has boundaries in her family, and she knows that she doesn't have the same relationship with her family as her other siblings do. And I truthfully, I believe if family wanted to be there, they would have been there. I mean, that's my honest opinion. I can see friends skipping an incident like this, or skipping an event like this, but when family skips, that to me is just like, oh, so she's just one of 19 kids. She's the second oldest daughter, right? I don't know. What Jessa chooses to get mad at online is always so shocking to me. Like, why aren't you mad about the situation with Josh? Why don't you speak out about what happened with Josh? Why don't you stand up for something that matters and stop getting mad about stuff like this? Because this rumor doesn't benefit her father, and it doesn't benefit their image that they've given up on someone that was a victim of Josh. That's my opinion. There is not always negative motive with the Duggars, 100%. I don't think anyone is saying that. I just thought Jill did not choose to post a photo of her sister with her. Amy did not choose to post a photo of Jessa there. That tells me something. They could have, but they didn't. That's just me. So what do you think about Jessa's clapback? Was it warranted or not warranted? And then what about Jill's new baby boy, Frederick, which I absolutely love that name. Oh my gosh. He's going to have 2 awesome big brothers. You know, Sam and Israel are just going to take him under this wing. I can totally see Israel just being the best big brother to him. What are your thoughts about all of this? Tell me in the comments below. Bye guys.